What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. This is episode number 71. We start today's stuff on the back of our win over Stuttgart as we now enter March. We look at our academy here. Four players remaining in our academy. You see our fixtures here for March. 4 games in March, I was going to say. Hertha Berlin and Fürth both at home, Mainz at home as well, and of course a big game away against Borussia Dortmund. Plus, as we know, the second leg of our Champions League round of 16 tie against AC Milan. As you can see, 11 games to go in the Bundesliga. We are 20 points clear of Borussia Dortmund. Yep, you heard that right. 20 points clear. And as we know, that the title, it feels like it's already won. And in fact, in this month of March, we actually have a chance to win the title if results elsewhere go in our favour. In March, and I don't think I've ever won a title, a league title in the month of March before. But this is the chance to do it for, I think, the first time ever in any of my saves ever. A chance to win a domestic title in March. But I'm not thinking about that. The only thing I'm thinking about right now is, well, first of all, can we keep our treble dreams alive after making it through to the DFB Pokal semi-finals? But also, as well, can we set the points record? Now, as we know, Bayern Munich have it with 91 points in 34 games. If we were to have the same record as we had in the first half of the season, which was 15 wins in 17, 1 draw and 1 defeat, we would set it with 92 points. So, we know our task is very simple. 10 games to go, and if we can win 9 of those and draw the other one, then we will set a new points record. In fact, even 9 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat will give us a new points record. And that is what I'm chasing, because, you know, I often talk about it in FIFA Career Mode. Obviously, I've been making videos for over a decade now, and thank you so much for everyone that's been with me throughout this incredible journey on YouTube. But there are a lot of things I've done. There are multiple things I've done multiple times. But there are still a few things that I'm yet to do in career mode, and this is one of them. I've never set a points record in the Bundesliga before. I've set a points record in other competitions, but never in the Bundesliga, mainly because of Bayern's dominance, as we know, at 91 points in 34 games. Let's be honest, is an incredible record, so it's no surprise I've never been able to do it before. I don't think I'll ever get a better chance than this. The title feels like it's already won, so there's little pressure to retain it. We're firing on all cylinders. We've remained injury-free for the majority of the campaign. This is the best chance I'll ever have at the points record, and I really, really want to do it. So for the first game of today's episode, Hertha Berlin. As I've talked about before, they're such an interesting team in FIFA CM. They really do blow hot and cold. There are some seasons when they're, you know, in the top 4 and a European team, and there are other seasons where, well, as we saw in Season 1 of this save, they were relegated, and in this season they've struggled once again. They're struggling to get their heads above water right now, down the bottom of the table. So taking on the Shuko, overwhelming favourites to win, and we got it by 3-0. The highlight for me was seeing Okugawa come off the bench and grab a goal. And as you can see, now 10 games to go, 21 point gap now on RB Leipzig. So we are almost there. Win back-to-back, and if Leipzig fail to match our results, we would be champions come the end of today's episode, and I'd do it in March. Like I said, I don't think I've ever been able to pull that off before, but I've got a chance. We're going to beat Fürth and Borussia Dortmund, but again, I know the title is going to be ours. I know we're going to retain it. It's just a case of when, not if. I'm not thinking about when I can do it. Obviously, it'd be nice to do it in March for the first time ever, but don't mind too much if we don't. The most important thing to me is setting out points record. And again, 10 games to go, win 8 of them, draw 1, and have just 1 defeat. I can only afford 1 more defeat in the final 10 games, and that points record is mine. So heading into the following game, another team struggling down the bottom of the table. Fürth felt very confident once again at the Schuka Arena of extending our unbeaten run in the Bundesliga. Nikola Vlasic bagged our opener, 11th goal in 24 games. What a signing he has been from Real Sociedad. Obviously he had 6 goals in 4 games to begin with, so technically 5 in 20 isn't quite as good, but even so, his record overall this season speaks for itself. Absolutely brilliant. And again, gave him the number 9 jersey. He's been playing like a number 9 this season. But Jamie Llewellyn would make it 2-0, scoring against one of his former teams. Forgot to show respect there, so sorry about that. But even so, leading by 2-0. Really, I've been dominant in the early stages of this game, looking for a third goal as well, and we get it too. Nikola Vlasic denied initially, but we worked the ball straight back to our number 9 after Robin rolls the ball through to him, and he bangs it in the second time of asking to make it 3-0. So 3-0 up on Firth, win in the bag at this point here. Question was, how many more goals could we get? And in the 52nd minute, I so badly wanted to wrap this move off here. That was glorious skill by Ludwig, a really nice passing move straight afterwards, and as Wagner was denied in the near post, I was gutted. That was such a great piece of skill by Ludwig, and a lovely team build-up as well. Just couldn't complete the move off, but I was really playing some great football in this game. I talked about being in the zone very recently and doing some really cool things and playing at the top of my game. I felt like it in this match here as well as the one against Hertha Berlin too. We bagged our 4th with just over half an hour to go. Mukiele's chip ball into the middle, and Nikola Vlasic bags a hat-trick to make it 4 as Karl Darlow beaten once again. But look at this with Vlasic. Watch the run here. Peel off his man, get towards the penalty spot. Mukiele picks him out, and it's a bit of a poor finish, let's be honest here, but he's going to claim it. It's 4-0, and that was how the game will finish. Nikola bags a hat-trick. Llewellyn gets the other, and we put the sword to Firth by 4-0. That was such a lovely ball by Mukiele as well. Again, I talked very recently about being in the zone. At the moment, I just feel in complete control, and it's so great. And of course, I am going to downplay it a little bit because, as we know, form in FIFA CM is just so OP, and you know, momentum is so OP. So of course, I do need to take this with a pinch of salt. In previous FIFA several years ago, would it have been like this? No, definitely not. Since the inclusion of momentum and stronger form, the game feels totally different now, but I still am pretty pleased with the way I've been playing recently. And as we know now, 9 games to go. We're now 22 clear of Wolfsburg and Bayern, and that does mean, again, win the following game away against Dortmund. And if Wolfsburg and Leipzig fail to match our result, then we would be champions in March, which again I've never done before. But travelling to Dortmund, one of the stronger teams in Germany, a snowy Signal Iduna Park as well. I guess mentally heading into the game, whilst we beat them here at the DFB Pokal quarter-final, knocking out what were the holders of the competition to reach our first ever cup semi-final, I was a little bit nervous that our unbeaten run might come to an end here. Haven't lost since match day 4 away against Hoffenheim, and as we know, 9 games to go. If we have 1 defeat, we won't be able to have another one in the remaining games if we are to set the points record. I've got to say, this was the game where I thought, yeah, I can see the first loss since match day 4 coming here. But started the game off, we were the better team in the early stages. 22 minutes in, great save here, kept the score at 0-0. In what was a really uneventful first half, if I'm being honest. In the second half, Dortmund hadn't done much in the first half, but this was pretty cool here. Not for the first time this season, I bring Zach Steffen out on a Manuel Neuer sweeper keeper charge. That was brilliant there, beating Velasco to the ball and getting away for a throw. We were still deadlocks at 0-0. But there really wasn't much going on in this game until there was 54 minutes in a chance for us to take the lead. Konstantin Schäfer denied by a fantastic save here, as we were still deadlocked at 0-0. In what was a very tense, cagey game at the Signal Iduna Park, and from the corner, whipped in, Mukiele gets up and heads in what, well, let's be honest, this should have been his first goal for his new club. He was brilliant in the last game against Firth, set up 2 of our 4 goals and kept a clean sheet too, but this goal wasn't given to him. Corner whipped in by Hubner, Mukiele beats 3 yellow shirts in the air. Maximiano probably should have done better, but this went down as an own goal from the man on the line. How? The ball basically crossed the line. I was so frustrated Mukiele didn't get credit with that one. As we know, sometimes in FIFA, own goals are just so bizarre the way they get credited or not given. But 67 minutes into the game where Dortmund hadn't caused me any problems, Zach Steffen had to be alert to make a great save there as he continues his pursuit of the golden boot, looking for another clean sheet in a great impressive run of form. With 3 minutes to go, still up by a goal, looking for the dagger. Oh, Karim Adeyemi says to Kudus, do you want a map to see where I've just gone, because I've left you in the dust? And Adeyemi comes off the bench to make it 2 and wrap the points up. I got to be honest, for our signings this year, Suat Serdar, absolute bargain. DeMarco, free transfer, you're not going to say no. Obviously, Vlasic, our club record sign, has been amazing, but Adeyemi, 6 goals in 11, and most of which coming from the bench. He's been an amazing signing to replace Kolo Muani. He scored the dagger, 2-0 at the Signal Iduna Park. I saw this game It's potentially the one where we'd lose our unbeaten run since match day 4, but it's safe to say when you're firing on all cylinders, it takes something special to stop you. Held on for the win. I was gutted that Mukiele didn't claim his first goal for the club, which he definitely deserved, but he helped set us on the way to a 2-0 victory. Another clean sheet for Stefan, chasing the Golden Glove. And whilst we haven't won the title, because as you can see, Wolfsburg did get the win there, 22 points clear with 8 games to go. Win our next game at home to Mainz, and we will win the title in March, I believe, for the first time ever, as the points record is still available. Win 7 of our last 8 will set the points record in the process of winning the title. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Crew, guys. Big thank you for watching. Enjoyed it. If you haven't, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for potentially the title winning episode plus the second leg of our Champions League last 16 against AC Milan very soon.